superior tactic is to never give up.
Welcome to my kingdom. I'm Brandon Kahn, your personal experience designer. Today, I thought it'd be a good idea to take a look at Legends of Runeterra. 4 damage to this bro, and then it's gonna do 1 to each other one. Yeah, I think that's right. Wow.
I've always been a fun guy.
Oh, that was funny, Jerem. He said I've always been a fun guy. Because he's a mushroom.
So but before we jump into Legend of Runeterra, I want to play a match of Hyper Fighter. Most games you're gonna like flip a coin to determine who goes first or whatever. This game, the turn order is variable and it depends on who wins the face-off. So this first phase you're in is called the face-off, and your cards have different types. You can think about it kind of like rock paper scissors. There's 6 total types. 1 is block, and that's weak to, or that's weak to all types. And then every other type is weak to 2 types. So range is weak to, which is what this card is weak to dodge and technique. So if I confirm this, they had a strike card, which strike cards are weak to range and dodge. So that's how that works. So because we won this, now we're on the offensive, and then we can end our turn, and at the end of each turn, the card that you played in your face-off, which is called the engagement zone, is moved to your energy bar. So in most card games, you're going to gain resources either through playing cards from your hand to increase your mana, or in Pokemon, attaching it to a Pokemon to give it energy, or in games like Hearthstone and I think Runeterra. I've never played Runeterra, so this is going to be our first time. You gain a resource per turn or through some other means. So they used one to link a card, which adds the the powers of the cards together. So during your turn, whether you're on the offensive or the defensive, you're going to have the ability to link a card. So you can pay 1 energy to do that, and then it costs 1 more each time. So if I link this card, see how it costs 1 energy, but then the other one didn't. But then the next time I play one, it's going to cost 2. So I just wanted you to kind of see what the game looked like and have a little bit of an overview in this video before jumping into Runeterra, so we would have some sort of reference. Okay, so this is our first interaction with this game, and it's finished loading and brings us to a 1-4, so it's going to be 4 things. First battle, how to win attacking champions. So play now. So I got very like active button feedback. You hear that? And then it glows, but nothing else is really interactable with. So just by looking at this, I already know that there's going to be 4 of these, and I think this is going to teach me how to win, how to attack, and what champions are. Your attack last round, so now this is the enemy's attack turn. So she costs 1 of something, but what?
New recruit reporting in.
They're not going to worry about it. They're only teaching us about champions, attacking, and how to win right now.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of structure it like that too. I love how this is all integrated into the game board. Like, Hearthstone does this really well too.
Justice triumphs.
Alright, so this one they're going to teach us how to block and what followers are. Okay, so our Nexus has 5 health.
Stand
9 damage
behind
incoming.
Grom.
Okay, I like that. Can he block both of them? Oh, it's picking. Learn about mana, actions, and attack. Mana. You may use mana to play cards. You start the game with 1 mana. Okay, so I got this spider, so 1 mana spider, so I'm gonna play it in the thing. In my because I can't attack this turn. Because it switches. That's what this is for. Interesting. That's cool. So I mean, Hyper Fighter's a modern card game. It's got modern game sensibilities. Okay, so we have 2 mana now. So yeah, this is Hearthstone mechanic. Okay, summon and okay. Summon an attacking spider. Level up. Start the round. You have +3 spiders. Start of the round. You have +3 spiders. Okay.
I think it's about time we wrap this up.
Yeah. That's a cool effect. It was awesome. A distinction between Legend of Runeterra and Hyper Fighter is like this game is designed to be a digital card game, whereas Hyper Fighter was first a physical game, and then we literally implemented it like 1-to-1 to be a digital game. So more like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. Same with Hearthstone. Like their game specifically, they said like we wanted to design mechanics that you would not do in a physical game, which I think is dope. Would have been discarded, I guess, but where would that be? Oh, this is a battle log. That might be something we want to do.
Was it?
It was like several minutes of loading before it let us play this, but that's okay. I like how it stages in the loading. It's really cool. The buttons make a very satisfying like dink. Dink. Okay, so we're gonna learn about burst spells. I'm just kind of like very surprised that it has like an attack, an offensive defensive thing like Hyper Fighter. It's different, but I don't know, it's kind of cool to see your ideas in like the best games out there.
The superior tactic is to never give up.
Yeah, see, the way this guy explains it is priority and stack doesn't work the same as it does in like Magic. When there's an item on the stack, including combat, if the player passes without taking an action, the entire stack resolves. So like I think that just is saying, you know, because they have I play a card, then you play a card, then you can respond to that. Like it just does that once, and then once so because of that, there's no like instant spells. Like I played a spell, so I counter spell your spell. It's probably just like I played attack 3 cards, and then I pass my priority. It's their priority. They could play a card that would stop that card from happening. But I'm not like we just started playing, so I'm not sure. But just based on the structure of the game. Okay, so I kind of like this a lot. It goes through the tutorial, and then it immediately presents you with the 2 modes available. So you can either go straight into versus mode, or there's like a PvP or PvE mode, which is really cool. I like how they do that. Of course, we're not gonna do any PvE content though. I mean, alright, and then they have like a Pokemon style progression thing down here. Okay, so blades or shrooms and booms. I mean, I like shrooms and booms, but I also like blades, but not so much buccaneers. I guess it's gonna be shrooms and booms. Won't brings you out of it. Alright, I just want to play. Challenges. That's really cool. You can just like import the top player's deck. And then this deck contains not legal in this selected format. So let's just change the format to Eternal. Okay, so there's standard, which is like they're ranked, I guess. And then they're wild. I'll probably lose in 2 seconds, but it's fine. Okay, so selecting a deck, you also have these. I see. Okay. How fast do you think we're gonna lose this match?
So I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go off like tempo, and this seems pretty okay. I got a turn 1 play.
I've got turn 2 play. And I'll probably draw something. Maybe I play a 1 and a 2 on turn 3. I don't know. Just thinking about how other games with this mana system work. Does it say? There you go. Take a space on the board they can't block or take damage. He just polymorphed me?
Okay. So by the resolving stuff.
Cool.
Is there chump blocking in this game? How's that work? Let's find out. I think only one thing can block one thing. And it doesn't seem like damage carries over. It doesn't. Am I drawing cards? Like, how's that happening? Is it happening? I don't know. Every round, I think I draw a card. Kill your Nexus for 2. You punk. Alright, so we're about to end the round now. Now I'll get to draw. And they're attacking first, because I attacked first last round.
Step lively.
Okay, something was happening. Okay, apparently we just got wrecked. Or a Zoodeck, I think. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's like, what if I want to be Blizzard, you know? Like, the only thing stopping me is me, right? Alright.
Home is just around the portal.
Or you can't even beat this guy in Legends of Runeterra.
Look, Rex.
It's okay, it's okay. It's hitting damage, 2 damage. GG. Hey, look, that was a bug.
Okay, yeah, so... And then it just kind of dumps you back out to the play screen. That was fun. Let's do one more with the other deck.
Quick attack this round. While attacking, strike before its blocker. Cool, 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 cool. I guess we should do this. Deal 1 damage to it. Yeah, again, we should keep it because... Oh, they surrender.
That's right. Different keywords. Fearsome, cannot be blocked by enemies, 3 or more power.
So yeah, I think this game definitely falls...
Very close to the Hearthstone Magic style of gameplay. You are kind of building a small army, and then you're trying to attack and outvalue your opponent by making proper trades and using your spells to create opportunities to like clear your board or gain advantage over your player, over the other player's like board state, you know. So yeah, it's very cool. I like how all the things kind of can trigger off of each other. I like the back and forth. I think it's really cool that there's like an attack and a defense phase. It's a little clunky, it feels like, with the whole round situation when you're first starting, but I'm sure once you've played like a bunch of games, it just makes sense how the different effects resolve each other. The first grab of this game makes me feel like it's a strong mix between Magic and Hearthstone. And I like that. Obviously this game has a much different mechanics. For me, what really like kind of works about the game is I like the back and forth attack and then defend, and it makes resolving the spell effects really interesting. It also kind of like creates sort of like 2 different phases where you're setting up and then you're attacking, and yeah, that feels good. It's very interesting. It's a lot different than the other card games I've played up to this point. There's definitely a lot of like takeaways. The UI, I think, how the game flows
I think in the future I'll play the game more to get a deeper understanding of how the different effects like resolve and trigger off of each other. I think that there's a lot to learn from this game, considering it's also sort of like a back and forth, but our game mechanically is so different. You know, things like this fearsome effect, I think is pretty interesting. Like, can only be blocked by enemies with 3 or more power. So, you know, like that might be something that could incorporate pretty well into Hyper Fighter. You could have like a low power Link effect, can only be blocked by 3 or more power, something like that. Really like where the health bar is, how you have this like nexus here right there next to your life, and there's this divider line that really kind of emphasizes like the break in the board. And yeah, so I think we're gonna do something like this when we rework the UI. And I like this a lot, this round, like what happened during the round. So we'll likely do stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely could see myself playing this game more in the future to gain a deeper understanding of the mechanics, so I can see what there is to mine for Hyper Fighter. The onboarding for this game is really good. The structure of like, let's break down the gameplay mechanics section by section. So over these 4 sections, you're gonna know how to play the game, and I think that works really well. And then it kind of ushers you into what type of player are you? Do you want to go straight into PvP or do you want to go into PvE? Because like, if from there they just instantly had us go into a mode where you were playing against a computer and stuff again, and then it was another tutorial and another tutorial, I would have been out. So I like that it structured it in a way to do that. So I think some things that can be improved though are like the messaging around the round order. It took me a few games to really kind of understand and even the resolution of effects makes sense after a few games, but because you have slow and fast and burst attacks. So burst attacks just happen, they don't chain, but then slow attacks happen after fast attacks. And then there's not like a chain like in Magic where it goes cross turns. It's like the chain builds, then it resolves, and then it's the next part of the phase or part of the round, because there's an attack step and then a defense step. So yeah, I mean, it's a little complicated, but it pushes you through the steps so like elegantly that it doesn't really matter. If you kind of just keep playing the game, you'll figure it out. I highlighted both the positive and the areas where I feel like the game could improve. Thanks for hanging out with me while we checked out Legends of Runeterra. If you enjoyed this, please let me know by hitting the subscribe button. We will continue to dive into the other card games and get our reactions as we develop Hyper Fighter and try to make it the best competitive card game there is. If you want to check out Hyper Fighter, you can play it right now by clicking on the link in the description. I've been Brandon Kahn. This has been Legends of Runeterra. You've been awesome. I'll see you next time.